This is your WCIA 3 forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical.
We had some showers and some breezy winds push through parts of central Illinois today. The winds are calming, the sky is clear, and temperatures are falling out there right now. In Pontiac, we've got a temperature checking in at 49. North and east winds down to 12. We're seeing temperatures continue to fall out there. Across the area, some 40s slipping on in, already down to 42 in Watsika, 53 in Lincoln, though. Taylorville is at 52. So we've got a clear sky. What does that mean for tonight? Some frost is on the table. We'll tell you where we think some patchy frost could be seen. Heavy rain also possible into the weekend, and we've got cooler weather into next week. I'll have the details on that and more as WCIA 3 News at 10 starts right now.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
That chase went speeding through Danville tonight, and it ended in a crash. But flames weren't the only thing first responders found. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. This is all happening at Main and Buchanan Streets in Danville. That area is currently blocked off. WCIA 3's Bryce Beeman is live at the scene. Bryce, Danville police told you a bomb was found in that crashed car.
Yeah, Jessica, that is correct. Well, a robot actually went to the crashed car and took out a couple objects, and one of them looked like a suitcase and brought the objects to a controlled, safe location where the Danville police tell me that the bomb squad actually put on 2 controlled detonations and found 1 bomb. This stemmed from a car chase earlier this afternoon. A black car was seen driving down the road with multiple police cars following. Then the car crashed in front of a church. Police say the suspect was taken to a hospital and that no one else was reported hurt. But witnesses say it was unnerving to see.
It was very scary. I don't know if it's just because I've had a stressful day at work, but it was a little bit scary. It was a little bit alarming.
She said there were about 7 police cars following the suspect. Officers wouldn't tell me why the person had a bomb in the car or why or how police knew that there was a bomb in the car, but we are continuing to try to learn more from this situation. And as you can see behind me, they are trying to put the car on a tow truck and they're trying to clean up the area, but the road is still completely blocked off. In Danville, I'm Bryce Beeman, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Bryce, if you get any more details, please let us know. Thank you. We have more information about an officer-involved shooting in Tilton. It happened Wednesday. State police say the Tilton officer was not shot, only the suspect, but both of them did go to the hospital. That officer has since been released. Few details have been given about what exactly happened that day. We reached out to the mayor, who says village officers do not have dash or body camera recordings of the shooting.
The Christian County Sheriff believes a string of break-ins at bars could be linked. The Garage 2 Tavern is among several bars across Christian and Sangamon counties that were recently vandalized. Sheriff says he has reason to believe they're all connected. He said the crew seems to be using the same crowbar to break open video gaming machines.
It just creeps you out to know that they're in there and they're just kind of taking advantage of you. My husband was really heartbroken from it because we've only had the business for 2 years and we've put a lot into it.
That list of bars includes Copperheads in Pawnee. That bar burned down in the fire that took out a quarter of the town square last month. The cleanup officially started today, but before crews arrived, somebody went through and cleaned out video gaming machines and an ATM. The Clinton Police Department wants to know if you have a home security camera. They're trying to create a database of addresses with those systems. The chief says they've had 2 cars stolen in the last 2 weeks. They were unlocked, keys inside. Now, while they're hoping people will protect their property by locking the doors, the footage could help them solve the crime.
Those individuals have been caught on various Ring cameras or home security systems and been able to help us resolve the case and make an arrest. So we see that home security systems, home camera systems are becoming an increasing thing in our investigations.
Police say they won't have access to your camera without your consent.
New for you tonight, a U of I therapy dog helped save someone's life this week. Urbana police were called to a bus shelter where a man was threatening to kill himself. U of I police say Urbana officers spoke with the man for about 2 hours. In that time, they found out he likes dogs. So they called Officer Alex Tran and his canine partner Lollipop, who you see there, on their day off to come help. Officers told the man if he put the knife down, he could meet Lollipop. He did, and he hung out with the dog for a while before being taken to the hospital for treatment. Here's a follow-up from 5. A missing man with autism in Gillespie has been found. 20-year-old Decimus Parnell was found in Sawyerville. He was reported missing yesterday.
You may remember us showing you this video of yesterday's tornado in Assumption. National Weather Service rated it an EF0. There was mainly tree damage on the north edge of the property. Siding was partially ripped off of one building, and a hole was punched into a roof from a falling tree limb. The tornado began in the field to the northwest of the property and ended near the property line. Strong winds also did some damage in Vermilion County. This is 4 miles north of Fairmount. Tree services have been busy the last 24 hours. Neighbors say it looks like a path of damage where the tops of trees are twisted off. One tree limb went through the roof of a house and then punched through a wall. The wind caused some major problems.
It blew out the back windows and the front window that's right out there, and I guess that made enough suction that I didn't even know if the roof was going to stay on at one moment. We were trying to run down the stairs from the upstairs, and it was very, very windy.
National Weather Service has not confirmed a tornado in that area.
Now for the latest on coronavirus in Illinois. There are 3,300 new cases across the state. Another 36 people have died. The positivity rate is now 3.7%. More than 73,000 people got a vaccine dose yesterday. The 7-day rolling average for those is almost 66,000 a day. More than 34% of the state is fully vaccinated. The National Guard helped people get vaccinated in Decatur today. This was a mobile vaccination unit, one of many across the state. The National Guard brought 600 doses of Johnson & Johnson. It's part of the state's goal to get the vaccine to people in more rural communities.
Senior living facilities were some of the hardest hit during the pandemic, but they've taken measures to recover. Vaccinations are done at assisted living facilities like Autumn Fields and Savoy. Every staff member and resident received their second dose in February. The residents say they're excited to do more as restrictions are loosened.
They're all very calm about that. There are questions. I mean, everybody has to ask questions, but we are doing fine. We're anticipating our activities to come forth a little more.
There are 21 employees, 42 people living at Autumn Field. Only 2 family members are allowed to visit at the same time. After shutting its doors over a year ago, the Champaign County History Museum will reopen tomorrow. There will be new exhibits. One is the Illinois Traction System exhibit. Another focuses on the life and artwork of former Illinois football coach Bob Zuppke.
While it was difficult for us, the loss of revenue, the loss of people coming in through the door, it actually gave us a chance to kind of reset. We got a lot of work done in terms of our collection and cataloging and catching up. But it also gave us the chance to build out these 3 new exhibits that we have ready to debut.
There will be COVID safety protocols in place. If you'd like to visit, you're encouraged to register ahead of time.
From reopening to groundbreaking, Willard Airport in Savoy is getting some upgrades. A runway project there will include new pavement, lighting underground, wiring, and more. It'll take more than 4 months to finish.
And it is opening the doors even wider to welcome more flights, more airlines, more passengers into and out of this vital community.
The project is expected to cost more than $12 million. The FAA is paying for most of it. Now for an update out of Urbana, construction will start this week at the Atkins Golf Club. This is the former Stone Creek course. Upgrades include additional yardage, renovated tee boxes, bunkers and greens, and improved bridges and ponds.
So that's going to be great for that Stone Creek community, I think, to have everything back open again. And we'll be looking for creative marketing ways to leverage the brand of the University of Illinois and really make it a special place.
The Atkins Club hopes to open the course for limited rounds next spring.
Something new is open now in Champaign. Burlington opened this morning off North Prospect. If you're unfamiliar, Burlington offers just about anything. Doors opened at 8 after a ribbon cutting. Tomorrow, customers will receive a free Burlington umbrella while those supplies last. The opening in Champaign brings the total number of stores in the state to 36.
County fairs are getting ready for the summer. Who's performing at 2 of them?
Plus, they won a Big Ten title. Will Illinois tennis move on in the NCAA tournament?
Jacob, we saw some of that damage from severe weather this week. Hopefully done with that.
Yeah, we do have some rain this weekend. The good news, we're too cold for any sort of severe weather like we've seen. Been an active stretch of 2 weeks across central Illinois. Check this map out here. This is a look at the last 2 weeks of confirmed tornadoes in central Illinois. We're up to a number of 9 so far. That happened last Thursday, this Monday, and then yesterday here. You can see most of those from Jacksonville to Springfield down towards Taylorville and Effingham. As we look ahead, the rain arrives by tomorrow afternoon. There is a frost tonight as well. I'll have details on that and more coming up after this.